Here we go, here we go, here we go again. Yo, 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 what's up, what's up? It's Coach Nick Money in the house with the one, the only, the indelible one, DBL Nicks.
In the house, also known as a Rainmaker.
Yeah, baby. And of course, it's not a party unless you have the prancing stock queen with her little bushy tail, the Serengeti specialist. You know who it is, DBL Moms.
Hey!
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, let's begin by saying this is just a show.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Hey!
This is not financial advice or stock advice. We are not stock or financial advisors. If you're not following us on YouTube, go ahead and do what this young man says, por favor.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share.
Because sharing is caring, doubles. Sharing is caring. And of course, if you're not following us on X, a.k.a. Twitter, it's at Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money. And of course, you can follow us also on Twitch at Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
Let's go, baby. That's what's up, right?
Yeah,
All right, so let's get right into this. We had a stonk that ran 102%, which was RR, but then it pulled back severely. So, yeah, you know, it went up $2.99, hit that $3 resistance, and came plummeting downward. So, what have you done for me lately, RR? We have Stefan talking about JAGX, JAGX. Let's take a look at it. JAGX. And it is trending upward on very light volume. Let's clear some of this drawing over here. Let's get rid of these drawings. Get some fresh stuff going on here. Let's put it on the 5 minute.
5 minutes.
All right, so we got an uptrend right over here. Needs volume. I think Stefan says that there's a phase 3 result tomorrow on the 23rd. It is a low float stock at 4.8 million shares. Currently not a lot of volume on it, 41,000 shares, but it's to report phase 3 on target trial results in its cancer supportive care drug crofelemer on July 23rd and hold investor webcast that morning. Low float, and it does have news coming in tomorrow, so certainly something to think about. But right now, it's barcoding at this point, but it is on an uptrend. So thank you very much for pointing that one out, and then we'll put that on a side chart.
Side chart.
Yeah, something like that, a side chart. Let's take a look at MAXN. MAXN. Isn't that what I said? I thought that's what I said. They have a statement of beneficial acquisition that was filed earlier this morning, so some insider buying on it. Let's scroll down to the videotape, and we got a float of 33 million, and the volume is only about 8.8 million, but it is curling. Curling on light volume, and it seems to be forming what appears to be maybe a cup and a handle, or a cup and a handle right over here. So you got two potential cup and handles. Volume would be good. Vitamin V, vitamin D, demand and volume. Demand and volume. That's what MAXN needs. Demand and volume. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to MIRA, MIRA. This was a ticker that moved a little bit earlier, MIRA, and it is the leading gainer at this juncture. It hit 82%. 82%. Let's clear some of the older drawings. Get rid of that. Let's get rid of the older drawings. There we go. But since then, it has pulled back significantly. I don't like that candle right next to the green candle. The green candle shot up really hard, and then it pulled back. It's trying to curl. It's currently below VWAP. So let's get the graffiti pencil out. We need to see the price action definitely get over VWAP. We need some volume, vitamin V. They did have news. They revealed preclinical success ketamine 2 optimizer for brain delivery, avoiding ketamine's drug resistance. Float 9 million, not horrible. Volume 7 million. It needs volume doubles, but it did pop up 80 some odd percent. What was it, 82%? 82% is what it popped up. So if it breaks VWAP and starts coiling, it might become a little bit more schmexy, but we have a lot of red candles over here in the volume area. It did get into the overbought area, so that's a thing. So right now, it needs to prove its love to me. Doubles.
Prove its love to me.
Prove your love, because I don't trust you right now because you flushed too hard. But we could potentially get one of these joints happening, right? So let's get the graffiti pencil out. Maybe we get a little bit of a descending wedge reversal. Maybe. It broke VWAP. Let's keep an eye on it. Let's see what it's doing. Currently, it's up 61%. Volume still relatively low. It's getting a little bit higher, 8 million. Float, not low, not high. It's like so-so. It's not horrible. It's 9 million float. That's not horrendous. I wish it was a little bit lower than that. Let's see if it can hold VWAP doubles. We want to see if it holds VWAP. Can you hold VWAP? All right, this is kind of boring. It's moving kind of slow. So let's tell you a little bit about what's going on. We're going to be streaming on the social media platforms for a while, and then at around 9:25, we're going to be jumping into our Discord and streaming in our Discord. You're welcome to come and join us. There's a link in the description and in the pinned comments to do a 5-day trial for our Discord for $1, and then it's $39.99. Now, this price is going to be ending within the next couple of days, so if you're planning on joining, you may want to do that sooner rather than later. No pressure. You don't have to join. You could always watch the content free on social media, but if you want to get the nitty-gritty from the Discord, you might want to take advantage of that offer because the price is definitely going up. We're just waiting for some ads to expire, and once those ads expire, the price will be going up. So that's the story. And so check out the link if you'd like to check out the stream and see what we got going on the Discord. All right, so back to the videotape. We're still looking at MIRA, and it is moving like molasses. It is above VWAP, but it's not moving quick enough. It doesn't have a lot of volume, so not particularly attractive at this juncture. It has formed what looks like a potential descending wedge, but without volume, you don't have confirmation.
No confirmation.
And if you ain't got no confirmation, you're not schmexy enough for me. Let's go to another videotape. Let's go to SERV, which has run parabolic for the past couple of days. We did 2 videos on them.
Yes.
And it ran parabolic after both videos. The first video was done before it ran 270% last week. 270%. And of course, we gave it out to our private Discord on the 18th. And it ran 270% on the 19th. And then this morning, it came out and did another 70-some-odd%, right? What did it do, DBL Moms? 73? 71%. And now it has been pulling back and looks quite bearish at this point. It is below VWAP. So you ran very lovely, but now what have you done for me lately? Graffiti pencil activated. Don't make me take the graffiti pencil out, because I will. Right now you are trending downward, and you are not schmexy unless you break that trend. And you got a bunch of resistance because you went down quite a bit. This particular ticker did have a shelf registration, so I don't think they executed it per se, but it is super extended and had a shelf registration, and the volume has dropped significantly. But of course, the ticker ran around 300% in 2 trading days. So what do you want, doubles? What do you want? SERV, thank you very much for the memories. Thanks for the memories. But what have you done for me lately? It's you, not me, man. I'm just saying. CTM ran a little bit earlier in the morning. Let's go take a look at it. It tried to form a cup and handle pattern, but it didn't have a lot of volume. And right now it is below VWAP. So I would say that at this juncture, the cup and handle is not valid, doubles. Not valid. So we're going to go and erase that cup and handle. We're going to get rid of it. And what we need to see is it break VWAP. We could say, if we do one of these joints right here, we could say that maybe it's forming a pennant. Maybe it's forming a pennant like this, and maybe like that. But it is below VWAP. It needs volume confirmation. CTM, what is the news? Castellium Inc. announced strategic alliance with K2. It is a cybersecurity type of company. But the float's kind of heavy. It is a cheapo stock, 30 cents. So the float, we'll give it a little bit of a break. It is 22 million, but it is a cheapo stock. So right? All right. Volume, 33 million. It needs volume, doubles. It needs vitamin D. And vitamin V. Volume and demand. A little bit of D ain't gonna hurt nobody. Sometimes you need some D, right?
Pause.
Demand. I'm talking about demand, doubles. Where's your head? In the sewer? In the sewer?
No.
I taught you better than that. DBL Moms, Prince and Queen, you need to speak to your child. He's being despondent. Once again. Some despondence. Yeah. All right, let's go to another ticker. Let's go to NCPL. This ran 40%, I believe, earlier in the morning. Right? Was it 40% that NCPL? NCPL. Well, hold on. Checking the videotape.
42%.
42% in the morning. NCPL is the ticker that we're talking about right now. And here's the story. It's a 13-cent stock, currently up 29%. Float on the slightly high side, 15 million, not horrendous. Volume, 33 million. 33 million. Yeah. Yeah. 35 million. I've been corrected by the prancing queen with her bushy little tail. You're so cute with your bushy tail. All right, is there news? Let's take a look and see if there's any news. There was news last week on the 19th of insider buying. That was the news. But you can see at this juncture, when we look at the 5-minute chart, Doubles, what do you see there, Doubles? Can you tell the folks what you see? Let's get rid of the drawing. Let's get rid of the drawing. First of all, it broke the uptrend. We know that. But we don't need to show them that. What do you see, Doubles? Do you see what I see?
Oh, what we got?
Boom, bam, boom.
Shoulder, yeah.
Yeah, baby. Shoulder. Right over here. Shoulder over here.
And then a head over
and
there.
a cabeza. A cabeza. Head and shoulders, baby.
Oh, yeah.
That's bearish. We don't like that. It really sucks when we see stuff like that because this oftentimes results in a flusheroo. Hopefully we're wrong, but that's what it looks like right now. DBL, that's what it looks like right now. And the price action is over VWAP. We're going to get the other graffiti pencil out. This is going to be a key resistance area right over here. And then, of course, these shoulders are going to be resistance areas. And that cabeza and this lower cabeza will also be resistance areas. Get your act together, NCPL. Get your act together. Yeah, that's what's up. Okay, we want to take a look at, Juan Montanez wants to see SYTA. Let's go, baby. SYTA. SYT is coiling. It's coiling. Let's get rid of the old drawings that we have from previous days. Let's go ahead and do that. Remove old drawings. Boom. Boom. Let's go, baby. Okay, let's go to the videotape. Let's zoom in. Let's do a little bit of zoom. So one of the things that we noticed right off the bat, it is barcoding. Do you see that, Doubles? Do you see how it looks like a barcode? Which shows a lack of liquidity. How dare you have a lack of liquidity? No. However, on a positive note, it is trying to trend upwards. So let's go ahead and get the graffiti pencil out. Graffiti pencil is activated, and it is trending upward. So that's a good sign. But it needs vitamin V, volume, baby. And a little bit of D every now and then. Don't hurt neither. Some demand. Doubles out of the sewer. Get your head out of the sewer, son. A little bit of espresso. How about a little bit of espresso ice? Can we do that? Delish. So that's the story. Sticking with it. Let's see what's going on with SYTA. So it's a 67-cent stock. It's currently up 16%. I like the float. It's only 970 million. Very low. Volume's 3.3 million. Okay, not bad for pre-market. I mean, not too bad. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. It had news at 7 o'clock. They announced a 1.2 million follow-on order from a leading international EMS customer. So that's the story. But it needs volume, Doubles. It needs volume, baby. It needs volume because it is barcoding. So if we go into a much more zoomed out view, you can clearly see it is barcoding. So SYTA, side chart, FLA, baby. Side chart, a little side chart. Let's go take a look at DJT. DJT, we got to talk about DJT in light of the news that arose over the weekend where President Biden has withdrawn from the presidential election. Yeah, you could theoretically have presumed that maybe DJT might move based on that, but let's go to the videotape. Let's clear the drawings and see exactly what is going on with this ticker at this momento. All right, so we're going to clear the drawings right over there. Clear that. Boom. Let's zoom in a little bit, and it does not look particularly attractive, Doubles, because it's kind of barcoding, I would say. I mean, theoretically, you could kind of say that maybe this is a cup and handle, but that's kind of a stretch because look at this major drop down here. And, it's kind of consolidating below VWAP. So one of the things that we need to definitely see would be a break of VWAP right around here. And if we zoom in a little bit further, we can see, again, that it is below the 200 EMA as well. So we need to see a break of that area. And I would say that these are probably double tops right over here, which would be bearish. So it needs volume. The story is it's a $35 stock at the momento, and it's up only 0.5%. The float is on the heavier side at 46 million, and your volume is under 1 million at 967,000 shares. So it doesn't have volume.
No volume.
It doesn't. It needs volume. I'm just saying, it needs volume. So we'll see. Maybe as we get closer to the 9:30 bell, more ladies and gents, more peoples will come and give it some love. But right now, sympathy play for DJT would be PHUN. This is a company that deals with software. I think that at some point they developed an app for Donald J. Trump, and it acts as a sympathy type of a play with DJT. It is a cheaper stock, so oftentimes you will have folks going for that one rather than DJT, which is a more expensive stock. But as you can see, it has been in a downward trend for the past several days, and if we zoom in, you could kind of say, okay, maybe there's an uptrend over here, but you also see that it is barcoding. So it's got the same problem as DJT, not enough volume, doubles. It needs to stay above this trend line, and it needs vitamin V.
Vitamin V.
And a little bit of D every now and then don't hurt.
Nah.
No. Combination, demand, volume. But you know what? Volume and demand is really the same thing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Right? Because if you got volume, you got demand. And if you got demand, you got volume. Just saying. All right, so that's PHUN. All right, let's go take a look at CTM. CTM ran a little bit earlier in the morning, and it's now forming what potentially could be a bull pennant. However, it's breaking down on this bottom line, and that's not good because that would kind of signify that the bull pennant may be invalid, and maybe, in fact, you have a double top instead of a bull pennant. Here's the situation. When you have these pennants, the bottom line acts as support. If it can't hold support, that's a problem. The top line acts as resistance. You want to see it break resistance. And so far, what you got is the price action went below VWAP, which is a significant resistance area. Let's go ahead and get the graffiti pencil out. And right now, the price action is breaking below this area over here, so possibly this pennant is invalid. And again, what's the major problem? It ain't got no volume, baby. It ain't got the volume that it needs to be. Schmex only 453,000 shares on that candle, and this is a 22 million float stock. So there you have it. So it looks bearish at this juncture. We're going to go with a bearish type of situation. Hopefully it'll get some volume and it'll become schmexy again. But if it is in fact a double top, we could see a drop in price. It's trying to stay above the 20 EMA, but you could see that it's having difficulty. That would be the yellow line. The 20 EMA is the yellow line, and you can see that the 9 EMA is curling downward. It is a shorter time frame than the 20, and it's pulling towards the 20, which would be another indication that it's becoming bearish. Doubles, bearish. So it's kind of disconcerting. If it can't hold the 20 EMA, that could be really, really sad. Is that like a stock term? Sad. It could be really, really sad. You know what I mean? But we could see that there has been a general downtrend with the RSI, okay, which would be indicative of volume diminishing. And you can see the volume candles are, in fact, diminishing. It was oversold when the price originally spiked earlier in the morning, but now it has been moving downward, and there goes the candle that's not supporting the 20 EMA, and it looks like it's fighting, but you could see it's having a lot of difficulty. So we'll come back and take a look at it, but it looks like it's going down. Downtown.
Mills writes, I am an RR and silo only now, coach.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go take a look at those two. Let's go take a look at RR. RR pumped and dumped pre-market. We called it before the dump. We called it as it was going up. RR 102%. RR 102%. That is Rich Tech Robotics. And they said at 5:59 in the morning, they celebrate completion of installation of Atom at Ghost Kitchens inside Dorrance, Georgia, Walmart. Okay. Float on the heavy side, about 13 million. Volume, 13 million. So not a lot of volume on it. Currently up 30%. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a zoom into this. And let's go to the 1 minute because I want to show you what it did in the pre-market, which kind of frightened me. I get frightened very easy, doubles. You know, I'm always go to bed and think that there's something underneath the bed. And then when I look underneath, it's the prancing bushy-tailed Stone Queen herself. And then I'm like, oh, how cute.
Yeah, she goes underneath. She's like,
she goes, hey, like that. So it's always a good thing. But anyway, here's the story with this, and I'm going to stick with it. Okay, here's the story. Let's go ahead and zoom out, and we could see, zoom out. There we go. Zoomed out too much. Let's zoom in. Zoom in. That's what I meant. You could see that the price action spiked tremendously pre-market, going all the way up to 102, and then had a complete collapse. So that is a very scary situation. It is consolidating. It's trying to break VWAP. So you do have a key level over here, right here. But volume has dissipated significantly. If we look at the last candle, there's only 10,000 shares of volume. So what we need to see for this to become valid would be a break of this ugly, disgusting downtrend right over here. That needs to break. So that's RR. And the other ticker was Silo. Silo. S-I-L-O. Let's go take a look at Silo. And the situation with Silo, will zoom in on this one. Let's go ahead and give it a 5-minute chart. A 5-minute chart. Let's go to that. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Get rid of certain indicators that are out there that are not relevant at this point. So the story with Silo is that they have a 260 price, and they're currently up under 6%. The float is low, which is good, 2.6 mil. I like that. But the volume is only 278,000, and that's really, really low. And you can see that in the form of the barcoding that is occurring right over here. You can see the barcoding right over here. So that's a bit of a problem, and it's struggling to stay above VWAP. So it needs volume. Silo needs volume, and I'm not really seeing any news per se, except for a prospectus on it. So that's the story. That's the story. Juan Montanez wants us to take a look at TSLL. I don't think there is a TSSL. I think it's TELL probably, but let's see if there is a TSLL. I don't think so. There is a TSLL. Okay. Oh, I stand corrected. Okay, TSLL. TSLL. Okay, what's the story with this stock? $13 stock, up 3.8%. The float is massive at 115 million. Volume is 2 million. Not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. It's up, but it's got a lot of float. It's thick, I tell you. THICC, and not in a good way. All right, so that's the story. But since we mentioned TELL, I'm going to also check out TELL. And this has like a merger news, and you can see that the price action is just consolidating, which is very indicative of what happens when there's merger news. So it is a high gainer today, but it's a merger news, so there's nothing to do with it. It's up 65%, but it's moving in a straight line, so that's the story. CISO ran a little bit earlier in the morning. Let's go take a look at CISO and visit it, and you can see that it sold off quite significantly. And if we do a little bit of a zoom, you can see it's barcoding, which is a yucky thing, which means that it does not have liquidity doubles. Doesn't have liquidity. That means it doesn't have volume. It needs volume. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying the show and if you like what we're doing, would you consider sharing the stream?
Because sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. You don't have to, but if you did, that would be so super.
Yes.
Super duper. Super duper, baby. Yeah. All right, so we'll go ahead and get graffiti pencil out on this ticker CISO, and what we want to see is a break of this downward trend, which would require volume because it is barcoding. And barcoding is a yucky thing. We don't like barcoding. DBL moms, do you like barcoding? No. DBVT is another ticker that popped up on the scanner. DBVT. And it popped and dropped. What's the story? It's under $1, currently up 18%. The float is kind of on the large side at 46, almost 47 million. Volume is very low at 358,000. And there's no recent news, and it looks quite bearish at this point. A bunch of top tails. We don't like top tails doubles.
We like the bottom.
It's all about the bottom tails, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we want. We want some bottom.
Tail.
Bottom.
Tail.
Little ladder doubles. Bottom.
Tail.
Yeah, baby. That's what we're looking for. Yeah. And this just doesn't cut it. Let's go to Myra. Hi, Myra. How you doing? How you doing? Let's get rid of some of the drawings. Let's clear this up a little bit. Clear it up. Boom, boom, and zoom. We're zooming in. All right, so it curled, and it is now at a key level. Let's go ahead and get the pencil changed. This would basically be the resistance areas on the ticker. Right there, and then we've got some key resistance levels right over here. This is a significant resistance area right there. Right there. And this would be a place where the shorts would be congregating, doubles. So that would be a problem. That would be a problem because this could be forming a double top, potentially. Potentially. So let's get the other graffiti pencil out. So maybe this is a top and another top, right? And it doesn't have a lot of volume right now. It needs more volume. It had news, okay? It did have news, and it ran up a whopping 93%. The news was that they reveal preclinical success ketamine 2 optimizer for brain delivery, avoiding ketamine's drug resistance. Float 9 million, volume 18 million. So it needs volume. We need to see it break these two key levels. This level right here, $1.34, is super important. It needs to really break away from this level with authority to stay schmexy.
Schmexy!
Because this is an area where the shorts get their shorts in a bunch.
Yes.
They wear the Speedos with the banana.
Speedo.
We don't like that. It's kind of disgusting.
Banana?
Yes, that's what shorts do. Yeah, they're very arrogant. They got the banana-shaped shorts, the Speedos.
The Speedo.
Yeah, the Speedos. Yeah, the Speedos, you know? But this looks like a double top. So it needs volume to break through. If it doesn't, we could see a significant flush at this point because it is at a level where you have shorting activity here. So we'll come back and see what happens, but this is not schmexy unless it gets a lot of volume. If it gets a lot of volume, doubles, well, you know what would happen, right? There would be a short squeeze, and the shorts would get their panties in a bunch.
The Speedos in a bunch.
But it needs volume,
Yes.
which means we need a bottom tail. Now, look, it's trying to form a bottom tail, but it's doing it very, 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 very slow. And we can see that the RSI is in the overbought area, and we have that large, disgusting red candle right there as the prevailing wind, and we don't like that. So we would need to see a break of 134. This is a risky area, doubles, unless it breaks this zone over here. And if it breaks this zone, then the next major area that the shorts might congregate would be right around over here. Boom. So these are the areas that the shorts would potentially congregate. Can it break 134? We'll come back and check it out. It's not particularly schmexy yet, and maybe won't be. We'll see. We'll see, doubles.
We'll see.
We'll see. We're going to have an open mind about it, but right now, like that, you know what I mean? Like that. AMIX. This ran last week a little bit, right? And over here we could see that it formed a bit of a cup and handle on low volume. Espresso ice, wow. Holy moly. So we got a little bit of cup going on, a little bit of a handle, but we could see that it's doing it on very light volume because it is, in fact, barcoding. The last candle, only 7,900 shares exchanging hands. There's no current news. No current news. It had news on the 18th, participating in a virtual investor what this means segment covering technology license agreement. Float 8 million, not horrendous, not too bad at all. Volume, though, is under 1 million at 828,000 shares, and there's the rub. There's the problem, doubles. It needs vitamin V. Volume. And a little bit of D every now and then. Don't hurt neither. A little demand. A little demand. I mean demand, doubles. A little demand. Yes. All right, so that's the story. And we're sticking with it. Okay, we're still on the Serengeti. Prancing Queen with your little bushy tail. Serengeti specialist. What are you seeing? Do you see anything? What do you want to show me? Nuke. Let's nuke them. Let's nuke them. NUKK seems to be forming a potential cup and handle on the 5 minute. Let's go to the 1 minute. That would be a bullish pattern. On the 1 minute, you can see that it does not have a lot of volume. Doesn't have a lot of volume, but it is forming a cup and handle pattern. It is one of those cheapo stocks at 39 cents. It's currently up 23%. I don't see no news on it. Doubles, do you see any news on it? Because I don't see no news on it. I don't see any news on it. However, the float is low at 3 million, but the problem is it only has 1.9 million in volume. So we'll put it on a side chart. You know what I mean? Put it on a side chart. It's a low floater. I like low floaters, but it needs a little bit of volume. A little bit of volume. It doesn't have any news either, so that's another thing. But we'll put it on the side chart, doubles.
Side chart.
Side chart FLA for Nuke. Nuke. Let's go back to MAXN. See what's going on with MAXN. We're visiting Maxn. Maxn, how you doing? How you doing? It is trending upward on very light volume, apparently. Let's go ahead and get the graffiti pencil out. We got it activated, and it is moving up on light volume. We had that cup and handle, and it did, in fact, keep trending upward. Very choppy, very choppy. It is a 23-cent stock, currently up 5.66%. I know folks have been buying this and holding it for quite a while. You know, not the way I trade, but it's up and it's moving up, and the float's 33 million, a little bit heavy on the float side, and the volume is 10 million, but it is a cheapo stock, so when it's a cheapo stock, we can forgive the thickness of the float a little bit, you know, the thickness of the float.
Yeah,
and it is staying friends with the trend, doubles. You can see
Yay.
it's being friendly with the trend. Friendly with the trend. My major concern is this area down here, doubles. See the volume? There's not a lot of volume. Do you see how the candles look very, very small over here? There's not a lot of volume. So that's a concern. Let's go to the 5 minute.
5 minutes.
And you can see that there was a triple top over here that ended up in a flush downward, and now the price action is recovering, and it actually broke the VWAP, doubles. It broke the VWAP. But again, not a lot of volume even on the 5 minute.
5 minutes.
So this is going to be a grinding situation and susceptibility to flushes, but it is moving upwards. So bravo, MAXN, but you need a little bit more volume to make yourself a little more attractive. You know, you put that volume coat on and just go with it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. SERV. Doubles. That espresso ice hits different.
Yeah.
Wee. All right. So you can see that SERV has been moving parabolic for days on news that there was an investment by NVIDIA. NVIDIA, you know NVIDIA, that big behemoth. It's not behemoth. I found out it's behemoth. I thought it was behemoth,
That's a behemoth.
but it's a behemoth.
Yes.
The behemoth, NVIDIA, bought like over 1 million shares of this particular stonk, which has a float of 15 million, volume 26 million. My prancing queen is yawning. She's so cute. Oh, DBO moms. She's so cute when she yawns on the Serengeti. Find me some stonks, will you? Okay, SERV ran up 70 some odd percent earlier today. It lost a lot of that. It's down to being up about 41%. But SERV was a monster when the news came out that NVIDIA bought over 1 million shares, and that was last week on Friday when it went up 270%. And guess who called it, doubles? We did! Yeah, baby. We called it on Thursday, and then on Friday it ran 270%.
70%.
And then we did another video.
Yes.
Yeesh.
Yes.
And that video was for today.
Yes.
And it ran 71%.
71%.
Now, it's kind of extended, so it might be done, but maybe not. We got some key levels. We got some key levels over here, and over here, and over here. And we had a downward trend that's breaking, and we needed to see it past the VWAP. And then it could be Shemexi again, so we put it on the side chart.
Side chart.
It does have a shelf registration. That is always a concern, but so far they have not exercised it. So, SERV, side chart FLA. Yeah. What's up, doubles? You were tapping me to give me some information?
Stacy Vaughn wants us to look at MIRA.
Okay, let's go take a look at it. Stacy, we got you. MIRA. MARA. Here's the story of a stock called MIRA. It formed a double top, but it broke through resistance at 134. It needs to stay above 134 because this is an area of significant resistance where a lot of shorts will get their shorts in a bunch. If we get volume, it could cause a short squeeze. But if we don't get the volume, we can have a flush. So it's all about the volume and a little bit of D. A little bit of D is always good for, not me, but for the stock, a little bit of demand. Oh, did you really think I was going to say it's good for me? Come on now. Come on now.
Crazy.
I'm more of a vitamin V kind of fella myself. Just
boy.
I'm just saying. Vitamin V volume, peoples.
Volume.
What are
What's
you
the matter
thinking? This
with
is
you?
PG. Oh, come on. It's PG, DBL moms. Holy moly. Put that chancleta away. Whew. In the holster, DBL moms. In the holster. Okay. Doubles. We got a situation over here. The 5 minute is trying to form a bottom tail, but it's red. It's a red one, and it's overbought. And the next candle dropped in significant volume, so this could be a bull trap, and I'm concerned about it. And again, still concerned about it unless a lot of volume comes in to push away from this 134 area. It could be a trap for bulls. And let's see what's going on with this candle. This is a 5 minute candle with 847,000 shares. Let's go to the 1 minute doubles.
1 minute.
And you could still see on the 1 minute, you could see that this is moving on very light volume, and that is not a good sign for bulls, doubles. It's not. No. Here's the story. No. They do have news. Ketamir 2 optimized for brain delivery, avoiding ketamir drug resistance. That's the news. Float 9 million, volume 22 million, but there's been a dip. It has to hold above $1.34 and pull away. It's got to pull away to be attractive. If it doesn't do that, we could potentially have a flushing situation, because you could see that there is a prevailing double top over here. The other issue is you have another significant area of resistance where shorts will also congregate at $1.79, doubles. $1.79. So there's a lot of resistance, and the ticker has already given us over 100%, right? DBL moms? Or close to it, 98%? 98%, so almost, but, again, this prevailing double top over here is problematic, and this significant resistance area at $1.34 could be the setup for a bull trap, where they're trapping the bulls, thinking that the stock price is going to keep going up because there's news, and then all of a sudden it comes flushing down. I hope I'm wrong. I don't want that to be the case, doubles. I want to be wrong on it, but sometimes I'm right. Yeah, sometimes I'm right, and this is kind of disconcerting. And so here's the situation also. Here's my thoughts. As we start getting closer to the 9:30 bell, there may be some profit taking coming in as well. You know what I mean? So the price pulling back down could certainly be a situation. You know what I mean? And the question is, how far does it pull down if it does pull down? Can it recover? I mean, it does have news, and it is the leading gainer, so even if it does pull down, maybe later in the day, it could get its vitamin V. Vitamin V. And a little bit of D on the side ain't no, but, you know, it ain't no problem. It ain't no problem. Demand, you know? Vitamin V, volume. But you can see it's having a lot of struggle breaking through this 134, and you can see that the candle is moving very slowly. So let's zoom in to the videotape, and you can see that the 9 EMA is pulling downward. That's not what we want to see for a bullish movement. So this little shoot up right over here was probably a bull trap, and the prevailing wind was what we said earlier, a double top. Now, it's pulling down. Let's zoom in. We would need to see it hold some kind of support, hopefully right here, and if it could bounce back. But right now, these candles are showing very little volume, and that's kind of indicative that we're going down with this price. Okay, but let's see what happens. You know, maybe there'll be a surge. Maybe there'll be a surge just before the 9:30 bell, and then the drop happens at 9:30. That's always a possibility. This is not financial advice. I'm just having a chat and conversation with you. This is not stock advice. I'm not a stock professional. No. I'm not a financial advisor. No. I'm just an ice espresso aficionado, as we have a little bit of espresso ice. Oh, what do you call it?
Tierra Cubana?
Tierra Cubana.
Yes.
Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha. All right, so now it's looking even more bearish. It needs to definitely hold 127, and it doesn't look like it's doing it. It looks like it's pulling down, and it looks like it's respecting this double top and this area right here, 134, which is the shorting area. So maybe this becomes schmexy later in the day, but right now, doubles, it's extended, and it's pulling back. Mira, what have you done for me lately? My sensibilities have been harmed. SGD. Oh, I typed it wrong. SGD. Let's try it again. SGD. Ooh, that espresso hits different. What? Holy mole. Holy mole. Okay, so SGD moved up. They had some news here. Let's see what they had. SGD joins 400 million pigmental studio development. Okay, all right, okay. Float 4 million, volume 4 million, and it's having difficulty holding this level right here at 47.5 cents. So, not very interesting at this juncture.
Nah.
We will continue to search for some other tickaroos. What do we got here? Let's go take a look at something new. How about TC? Let's take a look at TC. That was on the scanner earlier. Let's see if it's doing anything or if it looks like garbage. Doubles, do you see what I see? It's got no volume. It's got no volume. You are not schmexy at this point. Let's see if there's anything on this. No. $1.77 up about 15%. Floats low, 1.3 million. That's good. But the volume. The volumation is only 3,800 shares. That's nothing, I tell you. So, TC, see you later. It's you, not me. Let's go to the videotape. Let's see. What else can we take a look at? Anything different? How about CISO? We haven't looked at that one for a while. And it was trending downward after spiking pre-market. Right? It spiked pre-market over here. And, of course, it spiked the day before, the last trading day. But it has been trending downward on light volume. So, CISO, yeah, you're up 15%. But so what? So what? So what? They had some news on the 19th. CISO Global announces solutions to mitigate impact of CrowdStrike security event. Yeah, you remember what happened. CrowdStrike had a update with its software, and it shut down a whole bunch of things around the world. Okay, so that was the news on the 19th, but today is not the 19th. Today is the 22nd. And so far, the float, 7 million. Volume only 2.4 million, and we have a general sell-off over here, and you can see it's barcoding, and it can't break this downtrend. So, CISO, what have you done for me lately? Let's go back to MIRA and see if it did the dipperoo like we thought. And so far, it is dipping. Sad, but predictable, unfortunately. So another key level will be, as we get the graffiti pencil out. Don't make me get the graffiti pencil out on you, MIRA. The VWAP. Can it hold VWAP? That's the question. So far, it looks quite bearish. Very little volume. This is the 1 minute doubles.
1 minute.
Let's go to the 5 minute.
5 minutes.
We're going to the 5 minute right now, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the 5 minute. Let's see what's going on. Let's zoom. And so far, it looks quite bearish. Right now, it's indecisive on the 5 minute, but it is pulling downward. And on the 1 minute, it's it just doesn't have a lot of volume doubles, and that's a problem. It doesn't have a lot of volume. It has to break resistance now at 127, and more importantly, that 134 resistance area is a massive barrier that it has to break through. If it can break through doubles, if it can remain the leading gainer and maintain attention, maybe it could get schmexy, but right now it is on the bearish side. So 127 is a key level. 134 is another key level, and then of course we have big resistance at 179, and then of course the high of day, which is 143. So you've got a lot of resistance areas. It needs to curl. So we'll come back and check out what's going on with it, but so far it's been pulling downward, down. And we don't like that, doubles. No. CTM, let's go take a look at CTM. Oh, you know what? I want to take a look at CYN. They regained compliance with NASDAQ. So let's take a look at that. So they regained compliance. The price action shot up, and it wasn't enough to keep the price action up, and the price action went down, and now it's consolidating, but you could see that these candles are quite anemic. They do not have a lot of volume doubles. So it's going to be kind of difficult to get really excited about CYN. So, NCPL created a triple a head and shoulders here on the 1 minute. Let's go to the 5 minute doubles.
5
5 minutes. Let's see what's going on with it. And we're hopping. We're hopping. Let's see. Let's zoom out a little bit. So it had formed the head and shoulders, but it actually then formed the double bottom and broke out and then came crashing back down. And you got 1, 2, 3 huge top tails. So that's kind of not really too attractive. Let's clear the drawings up and redraw what's going on here. All right. All right. So now what we got is a double top over here. Over here. Right? Because it's having a hard time breaking through this area. So you got a double top over here and a double top over here. The good news is it's above VWAP and it seems to be holding VWAP as support.
Yes.
But if it doesn't hold VWAP as support, let's go ahead and put that graffiti pencil right there. This is where VWAP is. VWAP's right there. It needs to stay above the VWAP, and it's not particularly clear that it's going to do that because you got 1 top tail, 2 top tails, 3 top tails, and over here it looks like it's forming potentially a 4th top tail, and we don't like the top tails, though.
We like the bottom tails.
We like the bottom tails. Now, you might ask why we don't like top tails. Good question. Let me tell you
It
why.
all started
One dark day where a stock tried to move up, and there wasn't enough juice from the buyers, so they tried to push up, and they tried to push up, and they failed, so it created a top tail. And then they tried again, and it created a 2nd top tail. And they tried again, and it created a 3rd top tail. And now it looks like it's creating a 4th top tail. So this is not really schmaxy. Too risque. Too risky. NCPL. I know you ran 42% earlier in the morning, but what have you done for me? Ladies and gentlemen, time to find another stock. Serengeti Specialist, the prancing queen with the bushy tail. What do you got for me, DBL moms? I want that. You know what I want. Come on. Come on. Come, one more time. You made me hold on. Don't hold out on me. I love that stuff there. Yeah, that stuff. All right, let's go check out some other ticker. Let's go take a look at SERV. This was a beast. It was a beast last week. It was a beast last week and a beast earlier in the morning on news that 1 million shares were purchased by NVIDIA, the behemoth. The behemoth company, NVIDIA, bought 1 million shares of this company, SERV, and it, of course, and there was also news that insiders bought shares before NVIDIA's news came out. And right now it's curling doubles. It broke the downtrend doubles, and it broke through VWAPA. And it's curling up, so we're going to keep an eye on our good friend SERV. SERV does have a shelf registration, so always a dilution risk, but they have really strong news, and it is on a continuation. It ran up almost 300% on Friday at 270%. It has 28 million in volume right now, and the float is 15 million, and it has broken VWAP on the first 5-minute candle doubles. Let's go take a look at it in the 1 minute.
1 minute.
And it is obviously curling on the 1 minute doubles.
1 minute.
And it looks kind of schmexy. We're watching it. We want to make sure that it holds the VWAP. So far, it has held VWAP, which is right around $11.25. And there's another resistance area right around $11.40. Will it hold? I don't like that. I don't like that big tail that dropped over here. That didn't look too good. No. But it is a bottom tail, but it's red. So a little risque on that continuation. But it did curl up, and currently up 50%. So it's a drop from what it was up earlier. It was up 72%. So this is kind of on the risky side. Doubles on the risky side. Yeah. Let's go and take a look at some other tickers. How about something? Give me something new, something schmaxy. How about BOF? Let's go take a look at BOF. BOF trending upward on light volume. Let's go ahead and get the feed pencil out doubles. Let's draw this right over here. So you got support right there. This is the 1 minute doubles. We're going to look at it in the 5 minute. 5 minute, and not particularly attractive. It's got this disgusting top tail red. We don't like that top tail red doubles. No. BOF is $1 right now, up 13%. The float is kind of low. I like that. 2.9 million, but the volume's only 74,000 shares. And there's the problemo right there. It needs volume.
Needs volumation.
Until you get volume, BOF, you cannot be BBF with me. Right? That means best friends forever?
Not BFF. That's BFF.
What does BBF mean?
I don't know, but...
Doubles, come on. I am not a boomer.
No.
Don't look at me like that.
No.
I am not a boomer because I said BBF. You know I meant BFF. Doubles. Doubles. Come on.
I don't know what BBF is.
Okay, BBF. No, BFF. Leave me alone. I don't like this ticker. That's it. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. RR. Some rest and relaxation. RR. And we need to see it break that downtrend. And it looks like it's trying to. RR did a pop and drop in the morning. It went up 102%. It popped and it dropped. It had some funkadelic kind of news. Not really. I mean, I don't know. I couldn't make much out of it. Rich Tech Robotics celebrates completion of installation of Atom at Ghost Kitchens inside Dawsonville, Georgia. Walmart. That was the news. But it didn't really get too much volume. That's the thing. Float, almost 13 million. Volume, only 15 million. Currently up 30%. It is breaking the downtrend. It has resistance at the VWAP, which is roughly around $1.95-ish. And we would need to see a break of VWAP with volume to make it Chamexi. So RR, later for you. Okay, if you're going to rest and relax and not pump up, why am I watching you? I'm just saying, why? Oh, why? So that's the story. Okay, let's go and check out MIRA again. Let's see what's going on with MIRA. Let's see if MIRA is still pulling back. You got to look at yourself in the mirror, MIRA. You know what I mean? MIRA. Look at yourself in the mirror. Okay, so here's the story. Again, you've got those double tops over here. Now, we can basically say it's a head and shoulders type of pattern. Still bearish. It needs to break 134 with authority to be attractive. If it can break $1.34 with a lot of volume, there might be a lot of shorts that get squeezed. But if they don't come in with the volume, it could be a flusheroo. So right now, we got a battle royale going on between bears and the bulls. So the bears and the bulls. Let's go ahead and clear some of these drawings. Let's go ahead and clear the drawings, doubles. Let's go ahead and remove the drawings over here. Okay, right over there. So the main thing that I'm seeing right now is still a prevailing bearish pattern. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Right there, right? So head and shoulders. And then you got this disgusting level over here where the shorts congregate in their Speedos. And they look disgusting in their Speedos. We don't like them in their Speedos. They got the banana shorts on. The banana split. Yucky. Hey, listen, don't you hate when you're like driving down A1A in South Florida and you got all these folks in their Speedos on their bicycles?
It's like, please don't wear that.
Don't do that.
Please
Don't do that. No. That's almost as bad as the shorts, doubles.
I don't need to see saggy.
No. No banana republic. No banana republic, I tell you. Wow. Anyway, we got resistance at 134. We're going to keep an eye on this. We're going to keep an eye on it, see if we can get a little bit of a squeeze. We'll keep an eye on it for about a minute, right? So there might be a whole bunch of profit taking, and that could potentially result in a drop in price, especially if we don't see the break of 134. And so far, it has been trying to stay above. It's been trying to stay above. We do have a channel. Right around here. Doubles.
Yay.
Channel time right over here, right? And it is staying in this zone. But if it cannot break this 134, it is certainly a risk of flushing down. Now, will MIRA run later in the day? It is still the leading gainer, doubles, and it is up now 90%. So it recovered some of the drops. But you do have a bearish pattern here. So it's not safe, I tell you. So MIRA, Come on, get some volume.
Be careful.
Be careful. It's not safe here. It needs to break 134 to be schmaxy. And I mean really break it, because look, this was a bull trap over here. It was a bull trap. We don't like bull traps.
Like bull trap.
We like bottom tails.
Bottom tail.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be wrapping up the show right now on social media. We're going to take our live stream to our Discord. Obviously, in the Discord, it's a lot more serious, and we get a lot more in-depth on the indicators that we use, how we would enter and exit different positions, how we find the stocks, and so on and so forth. It's quite informative. It's quite interesting. If you have fun with this type of stuff, yeah, I mean, if you like this type of stuff with more educational components to it, then you're going to love the live stream in the Discord. There is a link in the description and in the pinned comment for a 5-day trial for $1, and then after that is $39.99. I'm letting you know right now that the price is going to be going up to $49.99. So if you've been on the fence thinking about joining us, you might want to do it now, because you could lock in the price at $39.99. Once that link expires, which is going to be soon, the regular price will be $49.99. Okay, so that's the story as we see MIRA starting to push up and test that 134 area. All right, we'll see you in the Discord. It's Coach Nick Money. And of course, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel and do what this young man says, por favor.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share.
Because sharing is caring, doubles. Sharing is caring. And of course, you can follow us on x.com, a.k.a. Twitter, at Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money. And of course, you can follow us on Twitch, at Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
Okie dokie. And like I said, it's Coach Nick Money and DBL Nicks. And of course, the prancing, bushy-tailed stock queen herself, the one, the only, the Serengeti specialist. She loves getting stonks, but we'll settle for gazelles whenever there aren't no stonks, but we prefer the stonks. DBL Moms. Hey! And now we're going to wrap it up. Make a lot of money, because I am Coach Nick Money.
Be greenable.
Be greenable, be safe, have fun, and it was a